next type of a game. And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfly.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt.
KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is?
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off at the 48, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. A very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Flushed out right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
Now Bridgewater. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a punt. And the Jags are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. When you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all of the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake, got the screen out there, turned into a large gain.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
James Robinson.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point forthcoming. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Bridgewater's throw into the hands of Fan.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Bridgewater again.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Bridgewater. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the gun, Bridgewater.
This will be caught. Judy.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. The 40. He's at the 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. And Shark hauls it in. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Hamler now to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they had a nice little drive going last time through the interception.
In the red zone, costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, we've often talked, and rightly so, about how great a story James Robinson was last year. Undrafted as a running back to over 1,000 yards rushing as a rookie. But what gets lost, especially for being a big man like he is, he's a great asset as a pass receiver, too. 49 catches for close to 350 yards.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
That's complete. Okuebuna. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, Bridgewater. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And that's checked down to Gordon.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And again, it's Bridgewater.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And now here is another interception.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 41.
All I can do up here is just shake my head.
6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates points because after the first few, you know they're going over to them, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
60 Pittsburgh.
On play action, Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
At each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Jamal Agnew now to return it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit. And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne, and every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. To throw is Bridgewater. Touchdown, Broncos. Andrew Beck from 4 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. To return, here's Agnew. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Etienne once more. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Play fake. Bridgewater.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
On third down, Bridgewater. He'll get this one to Patrick. He'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. A strong running. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jags on one play have taken the lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Hamler now to return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 26. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2-0. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
First down, Bridgewater. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. To throw again on second down. Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gordon. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, got to love the effort, and especially the big play.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2.
Let's go, baby. Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go, here we go.
Bridgewater will try and throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
And he'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
Room to run past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
They'll run. It's ETN.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
On a jet sweep, here comes Chark.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And now Chenault on the end around.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
He's got Gordon.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Able to get this to Gordon. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Bridgewater. This is the tight end Fant. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Toward the pylon, correct. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by the rookie.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And the Jags are right back in this football game.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Bridgewater here to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by the rookie Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are right back in this football game.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Denver, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner.